Okay. Okay. I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, man, today's been okay. Oops. Five, 12. Let's get that worm. There you go. And then this, and then this, and then this. Pause you, go here. Dying. I'm dying. so it's Wednesday. It's already stream time somehow, which is fucked up. Messed up. All right. Okay. Oof. Oh. Dang it. Oh, so maybe sea turtle because it's the opposite. Yeah. Imagine if I had nailed it first try though. Imagine. Well, alright, that was cool. Oh. Huh. Penguin, the Riddler, Bane, Clayface, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. I don't know what the fuck a luteum is. Wait a second. Mr. Blue Sky, Mr. Brightside, Mr. Sandman. Gonna be something like that, okay. Twix is candy. Cellophane. Rocky. The Breakfast Club? Wait. Instrument, 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 instrument. Yes, yes, yes! Hell yeah. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. So this is Batman, people. Batman. Mr. I don't know what Mr. Vane is, but I know the others. Instrument. A cello, a harp, a lute, and a viola. So glad, so happy I got this one. These ones are often very hard to get. Fight Club? I don't know. Movie? Chocolate Biscuit Box. I recognize the middle two. Not really the other ones, but okay. Sure. By Wrath of Zalus. Who the hell is that? Oh, fan puzzle, okay. This one's kind of not that inspiring, I feel like. But, okay. Trying to do this without just doing the full line. Because there's this guy now. Funny, I just saw yesterday the finals of the Kalos League where Alan used this guy, but before this guy existed. And somehow I'm blanking on his name. What I'm remembering, though, is that he used guillotine twice. That might not be a middle Evo. Because what evolves into Bisharp? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Let's do Matang. Then Final Evo Steel. Final Evo Steel. I'm dying. Final Evo Steel. How about... For some reason, my brain keeps going to legendaries, and obviously that doesn't work. But I don't know why my brain keeps doing that. Final Evo Steel that isn't Aggron or Metagross, Skarmory, because that's just single, or King Gambit. I don't like that guy. Scizor? You could do Scizor. Could do Steelix, but... Okay, Rock. First in line. Could do a, a Fossil. Okay. Second stage, Rock. Traveler. Boldor. Yeah, let's do Boldor. Wow, that's a popular one. Final Evo. Fossils. Probably be good. Alternatively, obviously Golem and whatnot. Rock, not ground. For a second I was going to say Gliscor. That's not correct. That's not correct. I had one, then I lost it. There is a bunch of fossils, but I was trying to think if there was a third. Oh, Rhyperior. That's probably going to be a common one. Yeah, let's go Archeops. First in line, Water. No. Middle line, Lombre. Give me a Lombre. Final Evo Water. Pelipper. No. Lantern. First in line. Shellos. We've done it. Did I guess any of theirs? No. Oh, they're big Tyranitar. Wow, okay. That's certainly a choice. Most commons. Not surprising to me at all, actually. Least commons? Did I get any least commons? No. It appears not. Was I close to any? Okay, Shellos is down there. Lobro. Lantern's pretty far down there. Lombre's down there. Although I guess there's not that many. Alright, Lombre's kind of high up actually. Lantern though is definitely farther down. Yeah, because there's less middle evos than the others. Sligo Hisui is steel. I did not know that. Okay, and Bisharp is correct. I couldn't think of what Bisharp's first thing was. Yeah, Matang's pretty high up there. Dugtrio Alola. Excadrill. Scizor is in the bottom half, but barely. Steel first in line. Aaron's the top, we knew that already. Rock. Hey, near the bottom, baby. Near the bottom. And final. Near the bottom, I did pretty good. I mean, the middle evos maybe not so much, but not bad. Oh my god, how did that autocorrect to that? That's crazy. I guess I just typed BRA and then I accidentally misclicked bra instead of bracket city. Alright, I'm gonna put the bowl away. The New York Mets. What about him? What about him? Vegeta? No, Vegetab. Vegetable. I didn't. Fair enough. You rang? How I Met Your Mother? Yeah, okay, I could have figured that out. Longer hand on a face. The hour? Fuck you. Clock face. Longer hand. No, it's the minute. It's the opposite of that, you idiot. Calling myself that. You get 15 minutes of fame. Having one with fame or death could be bracing. A brush with death? Alright. Kind of talk that might get you fouled. One might have a range and an island. Like in the kitchen? What originally distinguished this from blank is that it comes from the kitchen or bathroom. A joust weapon for a knight. A joust. A spear? No. A Isn't it a joust? Isn't the weapon called a joust? Am I crazy? A tight one requires bat something. Balance? A lance, a lance, a lance. A tight rope. Headwear with a propeller sometimes. Are they talking about like the hat that has a propeller on it? Like a goofy hat? Like a dunce hat? But that's not a dunce hat. A dunce hat is like the, you know, cone. Kind of talk that might get you fouled. What regularly distinguishes this from blank, that it comes from the kitchen or bathroom. You are supposed to blank them for 2 minutes. Vegetable that might turn your... You're supposed to brush them for 2 minutes? That doesn't make sense. Having one with fame or death could be bracing. Why do I want to say brush? Okay. You're supposed to brush them for 2 minutes? Oh, your teeth, of course. Vegetable might turn your teeth red. A beet? Is that... I don't even know if that... Oh yeah, it must be, because Beethoven. Beethoven? Beethoven? I've hit the blank... Oh, ode to joy. I've hit the mother load. What? You say pawn... What? How is it not... Oh, because I can't type that one yet. Because it's not yellow. Dang it. The kind of talk that... What originally distinguished this from, quote, is that it comes from the kitchen or bathroom. Trash talk? Okay. What distinguishes this from trash is that it comes from the... You say pawing through a blank bag full of Beanie Babies. Garbage? Okay. Mother load, as I said. What? 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 It's mother. It had to be capital? Are you serious? That's almost never been the case in this game. Did I spell mother wrong there before that? That was strange. Okay. General noted for their warnings on packages. Attorney General? No. I don't know. Apparently the only shot type allowed on mini golf courses. Why are they doing that face? Politicians often complain about rivals putting these in their mouth? Pudding? What? I don't get it. Okay. Blank, you ask me, phrase often spoken by the unasked. Certificate? Tiff. Ickit. No, if. There's already a T. Participation. Alright, fuck this one. This is fucking stupid, dude. This... What is happening? What is happening, man? Red, blank stone, or July. What? Red, blank stone for July. Fire stone? Fireworks? Birdstone? Such a stupid description. Such a stupid description. I'm like not even reading the context because fuck this one. I'm already pissed off about this one. Like a lightsaber or ruby slipper on a movie set. A prop. Her. One is usually capitalized. A proper noun. Suffix that turns adjectives like happy into nouns. Like happiness? Okay. I was like, is that crazy? The context-wise, I was like, is Ness just gonna be a name? This shit can't be about Mother, the game, right? Like, who else is named Ness? I guess I did Putain. I typed out the whole thing. That's why it was wrong. Yeah, I was just tilted going into this one, I guess. Because I did put, but... and yeah, foot. Okay. Feet? Fuck you. I don't even care, I'm clicking. Fuck you. I don't care. Words? Yeah, fuck you. Open blank, Sesame. Noble title for a Sesame Street vampire, the Count. Famous Orange County. What are you talking about? Something pulled by senior officers, Frank. Word spelled by Aretha Franklin. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. You wanna go outside? You want to take it outside, you want to go outside, but you can't do take it, it's two words. I'm tilted. I'm tilted. Oh, for short, you have to type OC. Dude, fuck this one. Fuck this one. I don't know why that spelling came out like that. That just was mistyping. I don't care, I'm clicking. Fuck you, I spelled it 3 times, and it's not attorney. Surgeon General, fuck you. Fuck you. Step outside, fuck you. Step to it. You yell as you get into your mom's car. Step on it, if I read the rest of the sentence. I don't care, fuck that one. Other one was good. Other one was reasonable. And then also Turtle was crazy. We'll do the other one at stretch break. There's one left. We did 2 of them. Time to do Pokemon Sleep Lunch. My Gardevoirs have not been... Well, all of my E4 Pokemon have been kind of bad this week, which has been frustrating. has been a tad frustrating, I will say. But, you know, I guess it is what it is. Really shitty lunch here. Hearty cheeseburger. $15K. Yuck. Yuck. I didn't even get to do my Pokemon Sleep review already. Still, today's been a mess. Today's been a mess. Tomorrow's going to be a mess already. I already know that. I have to go do things. Pretty sure Friday I have to go grocery shopping, which will mess up things a bit. Saturday's gonna rain all day, which is actually fine, but... Oh, and look at this. YouTube decided to just not continue on the playlist, even though that's where it was. This is a very classic Chrome, classic YouTube, just leaving the playlist for no reason. Anyway. Okay. God help you. So, there's a lot of different demos we could do. Well, maybe not a lot, but there's several. Several, in fact. I think all of those ones listed are puzzle type demos. Controller. I think I might just start with the first one listed, which is Patrick's box. Look up. Oh yeah. For some reason, huh? Do I not have that one? Do I not have look up, or is it under some different name, like up something? Maybe. Seems like I don't have it, I guess. Huh. What do you know? Team, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Hello, Elemental. What do you mean download? This is already downloaded. Play it. Play the damn game, please. Change the demos and things. Or maybe if it's there, we go Patrick's Parabox. Done. Okay. Ooh. This is Patrick's Parabox. It is a puzzle game that was part of the Steam Box Pushing Fest, or like a demo that I saw from it. No, it's apparently a recursive puzzle game about boxes within 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 boxes. Anyway, you get it. I'm gonna try with controller. Shh, I'm showing my box? That... Okay. Anyway. What's this? Oh, we just entered. Okay. Hey, that's me. Okay, so that's how you do it. You need to put yourself there, and then... Can I push 2 boxes at once? I can! The reason I'm so surprised is that oftentimes... I feel like that's not the case for a lot of Sokoban type situations. Hold up. Well, there's really only one way to push it. You can undo a reset. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, you do this because then you can turn around, of course, of course. Now, as far as I can tell, there is not, oh, and then you unlock 3 to unlock the next. Okay, cool. As far as I can, ooh. Oh. Oh, that's what they mean about boxes within boxes. Whoa. Alright, this game's pretty cool. That was cool. This has some promise for sure. And then you go this, and then you do this, so you can push it that way, and then you do that to push it that, so then you can do that, and then you go out here, so you can do that, so you do that, and then you do that, and you do that, and then you do that, and then you go around, then you push it up, then you do that, and then you do that, then you go, oh wait, but I can't do that, but then you go up, then you go down, then you go there, then you go there, and 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 then you go there. Cool. I like Patrick's boxes that he's got going. Oh, and then sometimes they're gonna be... I guess it doesn't matter which side I enter in on. Either way, you're gonna loop around, so I'll just do it this way, I guess. Now the question is, when does it get to box within box within box? Or will we get there with the demo? That's the question. That is the question. Oh. No, this, you gotta push it in first. And you gotta do that. And then you gotta do that. Oh, this game's pretty sweet. Even if that was the end of the demo, I'd still be like, alright, that's fine. That's reasonable. Okay, did a little effect there. What I was gonna say is a lot of games of this type will have sometimes like a, oh, 3 stars because you did certain amount of moves and stuff, but I kind of nice that it doesn't have that. So we have to put this in here. Because otherwise we can't get it out. Which shouldn't be too surprising given the whole thing. Oh. That might have been a mistake. Oh no, that's okay. What's the button to reset? Okay, that one. How do you push the blue into that without... Oh, okay, you do this first. I see. Right? Yeah, okay, that's gotta be it. Because you have to push against a wall to get pushed in. So we had to get it down here first. That was the thing to figure out. Now why is this tricky? Is it tricky? Perhaps it's not tricky. Perhaps it's straightforward. It is. Oh my. Okay. So that can go in there. And then that can go in there, and then I go in there. Oh, we're boxing within boxing, fellas. We're boxing within boxing. So push down. Okay. I don't want to say I messed up, but I think I messed up. If we push this down, I think we got to go in here first? No, because it'll get stuck that way too. How do I make it so I can push the blue block up? Because I'm pretty sure you have to push that one up. Yeah, because the orange one's already against the wall, so you can't really get it off the wall. Blue one, you know, you can put in the middle and then drive it upwards. So, how do we make it? We can get the blue there, but then not get it all messed up. Because if you do this, it's not like I can push the box down from out here. Oh, but we're just moving. Yeah, okay, I was overthinking it. What is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Okay. I guess that was just trying to teach you the idea that there's multiple, you can go multiple layers deep. Oh, interesting. Wait, there's another one of me in there. Whoa, wait, I'm already in here? Whoa. Okay, now we're actually infinite. Okay, this is cool. That's trippy, but very cool. Wait, so I need to do this to get the one that's in the box down there out, then do. Oh, but then that, and then push, and then yes. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. This game is crazy. Okay. All right. So. Oh my god. That's so, like, I'm doing it, but like I'm almost not even like understanding I'm doing it sometimes. It's crazy. That's a little crazy. So then if I come out here, no, that doesn't help us, does it? So then if I'm resetting. Okay. So if I do this, that does that there, and then that does me here. Okay. So if I push this down. Okay, and then I do this. Great. Then how do I get down to that thing? How do I get down to that thing, though? Oh, like that. Obvious. No, duh. Duh. See, that's what I mean when I'm like, I didn't even realize I was doing it and I did it. Okay, so it's got to involve going up here or something, right? No, 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 no. Well, yeah, and then now I do this because now I can come out of it, and then now I go. Uh. Yes. Okay. Wow. This game is something else. This game is something else. It's so crazy. Yeah, this is wild. Okay. Oh, right. You have to push this into here. Okay. And then, all right. I messed it up. I'm sure. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Okay. This may or may not be the way, but push in, take out, push, push, and then. Okay. It worked. I'm assuming that's all right. We can zoom in and out with the mouse. Apparently. Okay. I don't know how you do that with controller, but I guess you just don't. So... Am I crazy that you can just... Oh no, you probably gotta... Okay. Oh. How do you push it in, but then be able to take it out? And initially I was thinking, oh yeah, you could do that in there somehow, but... The other thing is we can't do the trick we did last time where we rely on another block. Like move the green one up here and then push the orange against the green or whatever those colors are. Because you need to then bring the green down here eventually. Or here, either way. Why does this green one have such a big space in it? And this one isn't as like an infinite looping one, like the last few were, which is the other thing that's throwing me off a little bit. I like the character when it stares at you a little bit. It's like, what are you waiting for over there? Yeah, but like even if you do that, it doesn't really matter. The zoom in, zoom out, it's making me think like there's a reason I want to be able to do that. I don't see how this helps. Can't touch it anymore. But again, this doesn't really feel like it helps either. It's like, sure, but now this is stuck. Alright, there's something I'm missing. Because this, you can't do. Oh. Yeah, I guess I could do that. That also doesn't help. I don't think. But is another thing you can do. And then you can do it the opposite way where you do it like that. But again, it's just a thing. Yeah, my initial instinct was that there was something you can do where you bring this in here and then get it to work, but I don't, you know. Oh wait, yes I do. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Idiot, you idiot. was way overcomplicating that in my head. We've unlocked the next area, but look at all these alternative ones we have. Although now that I'm thinking about it, why does the one, didn't I do the one that was circled in red already? In the top row? Not in this level, but in the previous level. Ooh. Save files, demo links, return to hub. Okay. Oops. At first I was like, yeah, this makes sense and will work, and then now that it's in there, I'm like, wait, how do you push it out? Like, like this, okay, but then how do I push it out? So I get, okay, I get it. You do this, then you do this, then you send it in. That way we can go in and push it out. Of course. So yeah, why do these still have the red if I've already done them? Oh, I guess they don't have the white circle, so that means I've done them? It must be. Okay, okay. I get it. I get it. Laptop just freaked out there. That was interesting. Okay. So I need... Oh, it's only a 1 length curvature. Wait. I can't actually go in it that way. So we need to basically, I guess what we're doing is we're putting the orange here, and then I'm just going into it and then up. And we have to use the blues to help us make that happen somehow. So that somehow is this. We gotta stack it up, stack it up, stack it up, stack it in. Let me begin. That's not how the song goes, but I'm saying it that way anyway. Ooh. That is interesting. So this orange thing has to be either here, where you can enter it and then boom, or it has to be here, so you can enter it from the right side and then go in. But you can only enter if it's getting, you know, like pushed. So, or I guess, no, well, yeah, okay, so, or perhaps, no, it's gotta be here, right? I'm just, there's 2 extra blocks that we need to use to like position maybe here and where the blue one is below me. But that would only be for entering from the bottom, which if you did that, you'd already be where you need to be. So it can't be that. And if you were entering from, so yeah, if you're entering from this side, you would have to have 3, which I guess we could have, because the yellow would be here anyway? I believe that is indeed the plan. Look at that. It's almost like thinking helps. Oh, we already did that one. Whoops. Alright, this is one of them infinite ones. This is one of them infinite ones. Alright, well the yellow can only go in here to start anyway. And that gets it over here, which is helpful because then I can do that? No, I lied. That's not helpful. That lets us push this down here, but then how does that become helpful? Because I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not. I mean, I can come up from here, but then that doesn't push it in there. So we need to... We need to somehow get the yellow. So, okay, yellow here. Then I go around and push it up there to then do this. That doesn't... No, yes, because then I go like this and turn it around. And then I turn around. There it is, okay. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Did we just change color? We did just change color. What happens if I do this? Whoa. Oh. Parallel universes? Perhaps? Anyone? Okay. What does that mean? I can't enter into that. I think I... Alright, well, I think I broke it. Okay. Well, what happens if I do that? I can't do that. But I could do this. Oh, it just does that forever. That makes sense. I don't see what doing this would do. Ah, never mind. Now I can push it down. Okay, nice. Ooh, that was cool. That was cool. That made a different noise. That was strange. Oh no, because then that just pushes it against the wall. Okay. What happens when I go in here? I come down here. That is interesting. I mean, I could do it this way, but it's gonna basically do the same thing, right? Yeah, it's just even more stuck. And if I go into this, I just pop out from the bottom, which doesn't do anything. And I don't believe there would be a reason to do this. That just doesn't really change anything. What's this right half for? That's what's kind of tripping me up a little bit now. Oh, I think I have an idea. Although that doesn't help me get the ball. Okay, well, let me just show you what I was thinking, which was to do this. If we could get this in here without having it pushed up against this thing, like against the corner, then that way I could, like, if I could somehow move this and then push this back down out of it, but in a position that, like, works. So What would that look like? What would that look like? Maybe that doesn't make sense because I don't see how that would work. Let me see how that would work. Although I can do this, which I don't know if that. I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters. Right. I don't think it matters if we go left corner or not either. I don't think that changed anything. How do I get... What is with this right half? I'm not seeing what the right half of the puzzle is for. Oops. Not seeing what the right half of the puzzle is for at all, and I imagine it's pretty important. I've been doing pretty good until now, but I think this one's got me. I think this one might have me. I mean, I can do this. Oh, wait a second. I have an idea. I don't know if it does anything. It's like, okay, now I can push this to the side. And if I do this up one, and then do this, then I can do this. And if I do this again, okay, I got it. I got it. Ooh, that was tricky. That was a tricky one. Okay. So there's an entrance on the left side. So if I go here, and I go here, and then I go here, and then I go here, and then I about here again. I think I went one too far to the side. Okay, I think I know how to do this. I just pushed this one too many. I didn't need to do it there instead, so I can get back around it. That's all it is. Well, that's all it is. So now I can do that, now I do that, boom. What just happened? It just put me into another one right away? Wait. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to push into here. So wait, but now I can... It was something like that. It's something like that, probably, I think. Yeah, in my mind I was like, oh, this is here. We'll do the trick where you use a block to then push into a block, but you actually can't do that with this one because then it just, eats it. Okay. Hey, that's not the side I want you to be coming out of. For some reason I feel, I don't know why I keep thinking when I come out of here, I'll come out of the bottom of the box. But that's not how that works. What's the rewind button again? Okay, it's that button. Because I don't think this is good for... Well... Okay, probably not. Oh, I think if we do an infinite loop, you just lose. At least it seems that way. It's kind of spooky. Hmm. I had some ideas going into this one. Those ideas don't seem to be correct. Ideas don't seem to be correct. Okay, so try this again, but then... Yeah, I guess that doesn't work either, does it? I guess that doesn't work either, does it? Okay. Could you... just do that for that one? Wait, is this way simpler than I thought? Might be way simpler than I thought. Yeah, it's way simpler than I thought. Whoops. I was mega overthinking it. Alright. We're gonna do 100%. Ching! Nice. Demo? Dude, what a great game and what a great demo. That was awesome. The fully game gradually reveals more and more mechanics and recursive twists as you delve deeper into the system. Features over 350 handcrafted puzzles, which each have a new idea. That's awesome. Also, I very much liked the length of this demo. Like, the perfect demo. Now, I'm not gonna say I'm better than the average puzzler. However, at least for me, that took a perfect amount of time. I feel like. So that was awesome. That's Patrick's Parabox. I am biased as a Patrick myself, just saying. And one thing I want to know is if you get into that infinite loop screen, does that mean game over, or is there gonna... I'm wondering if there will ever be a thing where once you're in that infinite mode that like you'll actually have to do something there. I don't even know how that would work, but still. I mean, even if just that we just did was the whole game, that would have been like such a satisfying experience. Those moments where we first got to like the recursion stuff and it was like, oh. So yeah, that was awesome, and that was Patrick's Parabox. Shoutouts to Patrick. What a fantastic demo. Quit the game. Nice. Dude, how sweet was that? God damn. That was a hell of a demo, in fact. That really was like perfect length for a puzzling demo too. I was starting to think to myself, if this has another full like world of levels, I would still enjoy it, but it probably would then, you know, take another who knows how long, because they would be getting harder as well, I'm assuming. Meow? He's meowing? Are you meowing because You're looking to get that worm? Or get that bird that's getting that worm? When I saw this, I read it in the... Especially because you said this in chat when we were doing last Friday. You know what I thought of, right? Did you know what I thought of when I read this? Specifically that first one, the hashtag let's get the worm. Something that you said in all caps like a few times on Friday. Let's get that bread! That's how I read it. I was like, let's get the worm! Let's get the worm! Maybe we need to get that audio clip and have it be like a alert for bits or something. I don't know. Let's get that bread! Because bread is like money. Get it? Get it? Get it? Like getting the bread? Get it? So I have to pee. I'm also, I mean, you know where I would be right now. I'm like on the fence. Do we do another demo? I don't know how that, I started at what? 5:11? I guess we took a long time chatting. I'm surprised it's already 6:30 basically. Okay. Other ones that are around are Pack a Red Down the Bun Burrows. The mouthful of a name. Snake in the Dark, which I think that one's gonna be cool. I have no idea how long it's gonna be, but it seems interesting. It seems kind of difficult, but also pretty interesting. Then there was Superposition. Not sure if how hard that one will be. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let's start there. Let's get that bread. Oh, you know what I should show you? I was walking, as one does. I actually don't even remember, like, getting trash, bringing the trash back in. Was I just walking around? I don't know what was I just doing. I might have just been doing like a down and back down the street just to get some sun a little bit and step outside after I'd been staring at Kitten Connection and editing it. I think that's what it was. I had been editing and like zoning in and it was rendering, so I was like, let me just go outside for a few minutes. And I ran into two ladies that I don't know how old they were, probably 50 plus, late 40, 50 plus, and they were like, they started chatting. I'm like, oh, you know, whatever, chatting as well. And then I'm like, oh, I forget exactly what, but it was kind of like a, oh, are you here to visit this thing, like, that's like right nearby or whatever? And they're like, oh, We're Jehovah's Witnesses. And I'm like, uh-oh. In my brain, I'm like, uh-oh. Jehovah's Witnesses, monk ass. And then, but I played it cool. We just kind of kept talking. And, they didn't actually, like, push stuff. But at one point, lady finally gave me, like, a little mini pamphlet thing. And was like, you know, said something about, you know, in these tough times and whatever, you know, maybe God can help you. And here's what I wanted to show you. The conversation, honestly, it was fine. It was kind of refreshing. There was no really God talk at all. But it was just to talk. It was like just nice to talk to some random people that aren't from the neighborhood. And let me just show you the front page of this pamphlet, particularly just the top half. I'm going to cover what the bottom half says to start. But just, what do you think about this? I couldn't help but laugh. In my brain, I laughed. I didn't laugh out loud when she handed it to me, but I was like, oh my god, it's something about this just feels right with what, like, the current state of things. When will the suffering end? Chat when Purtle's streaming Star Puffs. When will the suffering end? And then the bottom is, would you say yes, no, or maybe? To when will the suffering end? 3. Yeah, I think 3 makes sense. But something about just like this was just, will suffering ever end? Maybe. I don't not anytime soon, I think. But will it end? I should make a brochure for a stream. Give them out on the street. The inside has some Bible quotes. And actually that's all it is. Well, there's some like picture of a firefighter trying to fight a fire as one does. There's a guy reading a book. There's 2 people hugging. Just a bunch of God quotes. And then the bottom right, it's like, if you do not have a Bible, you can read it online at www.jw.org. And then the back. Why does God allow suffering? The Bible answers that question at Romans 5:12, and you know what? What's at Romans 5:12? Romans 5:12 states, well, okay, I'm not actually gonna read the fucking Google AI overview, alright? Give me the real thing. Romans 5:12. Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, and in this way came to all people because all sinned. Alright, I feel like this is probably not the full... I guess that is it. That is it. That's not particularly helpful to me, I think. Just because, I guess. Okay, and then what's the other one? Peter 3:9. Not 390, 3:9. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. I don't think that answers that. I don't think that's an answer. Or I guess they're just saying because an eye for an eye, but how does that have to do with God allowing suffering? Ah, okay, hold on. Different answer. Apparently you need to put a 2 in front of it, so it's 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord is not slow in keeping his The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone come to repentance. Okay. I don't think I I don't think how that answers that question either, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, just the top, that will suffering ever end at the top was felt relevant. Felt relevant. Will I free Luigi Mangione? I don't think I have that kind of power. Don't think I have those capabilities, unfortunately. Let's do the other bracket city here. The first, never mind, blank to self. A sun, a heart, or a cool, stylized S in a note to self book, notebook. Okay, got it. A doodle? Snickerdoodle, yeah. Blank, even Steven, you say? One of a list of 7, including Colossus and a lighthouse. Wonderwall. Guitar. Guitarist opportunity to shred. The solo? Probably solo. Non-stop, like, swim across the something. It can get boggled or blown. Word with blame or blank or war. The blame game. The war game. I did I did one layer out of what I needed to do. Hello, fairy dust. Mind game. Game. There we go. Blank man. Pretty high stakes word game. Hangman. Kind of seeker, thrill seeker. Okay. To flutter as eyelashes. Wink? No. Maybe? To flutter as blink? Prefix for a blank who flies without wings. Interjection expressing hesitation. Sir, navigation. Bat. Oh, to bat. Yeah, okay, to bat. I get it. Prefix for a bat who flies without wings. Glide? No. Major who might take or micro. Major or micro? Major who might take major. Baseball bat, a regular bat. A bat who flies without wings. Batman. Acrobat. You guys got me. I was trying to get it. I was trying to get it myself. Or are you ding-donging for a different reason? Wouldn't I like to know? I suppose I would. Major who might take macro or micro. I blank you to reconsider. Outermost am something or element. I lead you. What is this phrase? I've heard this phrase. I'm just trying to. Okay, what? It's gonna be non-stop, so top non-stop circumnavigation of the world. Outermost hamburger element. So I urge you, okay. Bun. More powerless but thrilling bunk. Top bunk. Got it. Got it. We got there. We freaking got there. Not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, if we're gonna be doing wood carving, I should move some things a little bit here. We're gonna need a little bit of space. Okay. The first non-stop navigation of the world. And a big old boat. Close that, close that. No Tatum. Jason Tatum hurt? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I guess we can stretch break now? It's a little early, but that's okay because not opposed to ending slightly early if we start a little early in the wood carving, and the time is right anyway, so let's stretch break now. I'm behind on other things for the day, so that's fine. We'll see what happens. Also, not really even sure exactly. So there's some stuff to finish with the tugboat, but after that, well, first of all, it's not even that much. And then after that, it would just, I guess, be more of the chain, I suppose. I don't think the frog is, I don't think I really got the frog stuff ready either. But maybe it wouldn't be that bad. Anyway, let's pause the music. Stretch break. Eyes are bothering me. I don't know what all about. Oh, by the way, I did I think I mentioned it on Sunday. I didn't mention it Monday, but I did fix the shower. I put in the new shower head, and I thought it would be a quick thing. It wasn't. It fucking wasn't.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
There was a bee rabbit out there. Hey, old bee rabbit. There indeed was a bee rabbit out there. Bee rabbiting and such. Doing his thing. Some grass and stuff. Chilling. Okay. Now. Are you interested in Oblivion remake? Remaster? Whatever? I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I think Dem's playing it, but I don't know anyone else that I know that. Obviously, there's lots of streamers and stuff, but actually, Mari might be playing through it as well. I don't know if I know anyone else that's playing through it. Yelling? Sorry. I wasn't sure you could hear me. Oh God. I know, right? I don't feel like I've slept that well the past. It's been annoying. A wee bit. Oof. Alright, random question. Ready? What are your opinions on raisins? If you have any. Can't tell what words you wrote, but I could see the emote, so I don't know what to make of that. Love? Oh, love raisins? You love raisins? Oh, you like raisins, but he loves raisins? What about, okay, to expand on that, raisins by themselves, or do the raisins have to be in something like, you know, a Raisin Bran type situation, or in a salad or something? Although I guess you probably don't see raisins in salads that often. You get like the cranberry, the raisin version of cranberries instead, but... Anyway. What's your opinions on the ones that are like with those little, like, what do you even call it, that are like dipped in the yogurt? But then it's like hardened or whatever? What am I doing? I'm getting this. Your opinion on the ones that are in the yogurt? Love those ones too. More than regular raisins? Live, love, laugh. So true, Queen. Ugh. They have their place. And what place would that be? In your stomach after you ate them. Never heard them in a lot of the video. No, it's like this stuff. It's like this. Or for a picture of the actual thing, I guess, maybe... I mean, they kind of just look like little white rocks. Now that I'm thinking about it, they kind of just look like little white rocks when it's just a picture of them like that, but I mean, it kind of just, that kind of is it. This one is a Greek yogurt one, apparently, but you get the idea. Prefer Raisinets. Raisinets. Are those the same thing but dipped in chocolate? It looks like the same thing but dipped in chocolate. I kind of forgot that Raisinets were a thing, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Regular chocolate or dark chocolate? I do see dark chocolate as an option. I guess I don't know if I would like these or not. I don't know if I don't think I've ever had a Raisinette. I've had a couple of the yogurt ones before, and by a couple I mean literally a couple, like less than a handful, maybe 2 or 3 of individuals, not like packets. Maybe more, maybe like 5 to 7. Regardless, you guys set that up. Unplug the headset because I'm gonna be looking down, so I don't want to have the headset on having to look down. You don't like dark chocolate? Not a fan of chocolate in general. Definitely not dark chocolate. Fair. What was that? Because it's so bright. Oof. Alright, I'm gonna need to do that. This. Used to pack the box of Raisinets, huh? What do you know? What do you know? Alternate camera being set up. Alternative. Huh? Studio mode. Wood Carve Wednesday. Base small. Camera. Deactivate. Activate. I love when that just works. I love when that just works. That's so nice when that just works. That is nice when that just goes ahead and works. Makers and crafting. The demo part of the lineup. Title. Wood Carve Wednesday. Yeah. Ooh, good song. Love my wood on the desk right now. Not this, but this. This is a little on the looser side. Loose lips sink ships. Etc. so forth. Yo. You're 2 for 3. Oh shit. Progress. Yeah, no. Definitely not anything related to that. Totally. So we want to do the top center. Top needs to be thinned down. Too fat, too wide. Should we go to the other playlist that's more chill? Or just stick with the general? Stick with the general. Go online to the general and say sometime. The general knows where you sleep. And you may have been thinking that I had some ulterior motive or thing to say about raisins. Nope, just thought of that. That was just a thing I thought of to ask about. That's all. Just trying to get it right. Trying to get it right. 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 Right. Those were two big chunks. Sorry, I wasn't having it under the camera. My bad. Already looking a little more in line. Things. Already looking a little more in line with things. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. I think I am going to change to the other playlist. I think Booger Man, A Pick and Flick Adventure is maybe not what we should listen to right now. Booger Man, A Pick and Flick Adventure for the Sega Genesis. MA13 rating, apparently. Even though it probably nowadays would be just like PG. But, you know, whatever, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, should I tell you about the shower fixing shenanigans that took place? You have to wash dishes, but you're listening? Okay. So the shower is one of those where it has like the detachable head with the tube, with the hose, so you can like move it around and whatnot. And the holster that you kind of put it back into broke. So then you couldn't put it back. And so for a couple of days I had to like hold it the whole time when I was showering, which was a little awkward, but so I spent way too long trying to figure out what replacement one to get, but I got one, and then like online basically, and then I yesterday morning-ish, the plan was to put on the new one. So first things first, unscrew the old one. Both the, I guess in this case, just the entire thing, the holster, which then also has the hose and whatnot connected to it. So the directions for the new one said just first screw on the holster part, then screwed hose, and then also hose to the head. So I did the, I mean, you don't need to do the one to the head last, so I did that one before I tried to connect it. But I did the neck thing, then I put on the connected the hose to the neck / holster thing, then, you know, sat it in there. Sat the head into the holster. Turn the water on. I tightened it. It says not to use a wrench, so hand tighten, but I tightened it quite a bit, you know, pretty damn freaking hard. And it turned on and it was working. And I was like, nice. Look at that. Not so difficult. But I noticed there was some leakage from where the holster / connection thing goes to the, you know, pipe that comes out of the wall, which I guess that technically might be called the neck. And then you screw the holster arm thing onto the neck, and then you have the tube and the head goes into the holster. So it was leaking where the part that comes out of the wall, and you connect the holster thing to it. I was like, that's not what I want. Turn off the water. I can't tighten it anymore. I've tightened it as much as I can already. So I'm like, that's not good. Take it off. On the inside of the part where you screw, there's like a rubber gasket type thing. And that was like not sitting right. It was like all twisted up. And I was like, oh, that's probably the reason. How do I fix that? And so first I was trying to basically get it unstuck from being all twisted in the first place, which at one point I thought I broke it and I yelled really loud, but then I realized I did not break it and was able to fix it and then sit it back in there. I was like, okay, so now what? I Google searched kind of why this might be happening, and a lot of people on the internet that are not, you may be surprised, are not actually experts, despite commenting on a Reddit thread. Because a lot of them will say to use the Teflon tape or plumber's tape, as it may be known by, as well. And you're not supposed to do that. You don't need to do that, in fact, and you're not supposed to do that, technically. So I was like, these are not the answers I want to see. I do have the tape to do it if I needed to, but you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be the rubber gasket part is what does the seal, and the tape might just make it worse. So I just tried it again. That was another suggestion. Just try it again. It didn't sit in right the first time. Just do it again. Okay? Did it again. Still leaked. Although it actually leaked slightly less than the first time. I was like, okay, still doesn't work. Unscrew it again. When I take it out, it is all twisted up and poopy and not good. Okay, Kind of annoying. Kind of getting annoying. It's also not a, you know, getting a little annoyed, getting a little frustrated. Kind of looking around for more answers on why this might be happening. A lot of people still saying the tape. A lot of people saying, don't listen to these people saying use the tape. And one person suggested, okay, so over tightening is a thing, which is I saw that said in other places, and they said, here's a strat that I've used that worked well for me when I was having a problem, kind of like this, where it kept leaking. But they didn't say the gasket thing. They just kind of said, like, it kept leaking no matter how many times I tried to, like, do it. And he said, okay, put it on, but not fully. Like, don't make it as tight as you can. Just, like, put it on, turn the water on. You're gonna get a little wet, but then as you tighten it, you can see, you know, by the water, like, if things are going better. And also the water pressure itself, just from the water moving, will help, like, seal things in instead of you just doing it dry first. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like some real advice. So I get in there and I'm gonna get wet, and I start doing it, and it was really close to perfect. It was really close to perfect, and it was a lot less tighter than what I had done the first 2 times. So I'm like, okay, maybe I definitely just was over tightening it for sure before. But it wasn't quite 100% there. And I was like, this can definitely get 100% there. Turn off the water, take it out. I'm still kind of annoyed. Kind of try and think about what can I do differently this time? What do I need? And each time, by the way, I have to, like, fix the thing because it gets twisted up a little bit. And it's like a screwdriver in there, but you don't want to push too hard and, like, break something. And then you also don't want to mess up the threads either and damage those, because then that's going to ruin the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to start the water part even earlier, because I did screw it on a little bit, like not a little bit, but like a number of turns before doing the water thing. I'm going to start even earlier, where it's like basically only a turn or 2 on there, so it's like barely holding itself on. Okay, do that. And, you know, the water's coming out at first. Going on. I'm naked. My actually, this time I think I did have shorts on. The first time I was doing it, because I didn't know how much water would come out, I was not wearing undersides. But the second time, this time, I was, because it didn't do that much water anyway, and I was like, it just felt weird to do that without anything on. So this time I did it with shorts on, and, you know, there was some water, but it was fine, and I started doing it, and it was getting better and better and better. But it was tricky because it has the whole arm and whatnot, and the arm, you know, can move. So when you try to tighten it, that thing will also go. And, you know, at the end, you do want it to be positioned right. So, like, when you try to fix the positioning, it sometimes might loosen that part. So you gotta, like, tighten one and one, and it got closer and closer and closer and closer to perfect. And eventually, it got there. And it was perfect. And it was way less tightened than any attempt. And so basically, I think even the first time where I did it with the water on, I had already tightened it too much. So that's why it didn't end up getting better. Or getting perfect. Whereas this 4th or 5th time, which was the second time I think doing it with the water, it ended up being perfect because I started really, really early and was able to see each time you, like, tighten it more, like, is any water coming out of the thing and whatnot? And eventually I got there. But it was pretty frustrating that it took that long. I think the frustrating part was more that, like, people were saying all these stupid answers that you don't need, and not just you're tightening it too much. You're tightening too much. Start it early and do the water thing. The water strat was definitely by far the most helpful advice, along with obviously over tightening related, but there was way too many answers that were like, oh, you need to wrap that thing in the Teflon tape and make sure you get it right. Like, no, that actually was not what you needed. Because your instinct is to tighten something like that tight. Because, you know, that's what you would think you would want to tighten a pipe connection as tight as you could do it with your hands, but turns out not so much. So if you ever have to replace a shower head, even if it doesn't have the whole hose and whatnot and detachable, even if it's a regular shower head, I would heavily suggest the strat of barely putting it on, turn on the water so that it helps the pressure and sealing it evenly, and then as you go and you twist it and you turn it on. It's definitely the best way. Because it also just makes sense. Instead of putting it on and then trying to turn on the water and then looking around to see like if it worked or not. It makes more sense that way. I was talking about fixing the shower. Was talking about fixing the shower. So there you go. There's the life hack advice. Here's your advice. Also, hello, Mr. Vicious. Mr. Vicious.
great weather we're getting. Yeah. True. Ooh. Trying to judge the, this thing. I feel like this side's a little bit thinner and pointier, but like in a good way. Way that I kind of like. I don't know what's bothering my eyes today. What's bothering my eyes so much? New study on a University of Pittsburgh Medical Center is upping men's recommendation of daily fiber to 55 grams a day. That sounds like a lot, but I also don't really know. Sounds like a lot to me, though. The current recommendation is 35 grams for men and 25 for women. Kind of interesting. Study found some low-income African populations get nearly 200 plus daily and have lower rates of colon cell turnover. 200? How do you manage 200? 200 sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot to me. 120. I mean, 120 still is a lot more than 55. To be fair. I don't really know how much fiber I'm getting daily, if I'm honest with you. Well, I guess if I was asked about numbers for pretty much anything, I wouldn't know what those numbers are. Because I don't really need to track them in the way that... I don't really need to track them, basically. Hmm. A little bit wider of the top hat part, but that might be okay because they're not exactly this. They're pretty close to the same size, but I don't know. I feel I once again feel pretty settled with what I have here. Your bro put you onto these whole wheat tortilla wraps that are 30 grams each. I'm gonna be honest, you have me curious to check what the spinach wraps are. Spinach tortillas. The bread, I guess I could check that too, but I'm not really having the Arnold's as much as I almost never have it now because I've gone to the even cheaper stuff, but you see, I have to pee anyway. $30 is crazy. 30 grams is crazy because the tortilla wraps, the spinach ones, are like 3 dietary grams of fiber each. And they're big. They're big ones. And I assume the bread is pretty similar to 3 or 4. I didn't look at the bread. I'm just kind of assuming that it's pretty similar. 30 grams sound insane though. Does it make more sense or less sense that the spinach ones would have? Only 3. I did not pee on the bread. I can report that. I did not pee on the bread. They def add something to it? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Which, I don't even, like... Does that work? And I know that might sound like a dumb question. But like there is a thing where like, you know, cereals that say they have iron in them, but it's like actual iron that like doesn't get, you don't actually actually benefit from it or things of that nature. You know what I'm talking about? Is it one of those situations? I know there's different types, but in general, fiber is anything your body can't digest. Is that how it works? That's how it works, huh? Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Kind of smoothing out parts a little bit. The like ramp up to it's a little uneven. Did I watch Ed and Eddie? You could eat the wood chips in front of me for some fiber. Ugh. That'd be a little scratchy, I think. Down the throat. I definitely was not a Ed and Eddie fanatic of sorts, but I certainly saw some episodes now and again. And Eddie. There's the kid named Ralph who was an immigrant of some kind. I was talking about them not needing enough fiber. I do remember Ralph. I do remember his accent. I remember him, doing, like, there's always, like, weird animals involved with that guy, I feel like. Not always, but often, maybe. Somewhat often. Cool. I feel like I could make this side. I feel like I could still make this side a little bit, like, chop off another, like, layer. But it's also not bad as it is. Plank, of course, yep. Yeah, in my country type shit, yes. Definitely was saying in my country type shit. Certainly was doing that. Looking. What were the name of the three sisters again? I don't even know if they were three sisters, but the three girls that were, didn't one have like blue hair, and then another one was orange hair, and then I can't remember the hair color of the third one, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The Canker sisters, yes. Jawbreakers, of course, was very important for some reason. The Canker sisters. You've heard from coworkers that Bluey is good for adults. I've heard that too. I've heard that too. I've heard that as well. But I've also heard that it's like, you know, kind of gone too far in that direction. Where like there's people that don't have kids that act like they're a fan of it. Or not act like they are, but they are. And it's just like, yeah. I'm not gonna say MLP level, but you know, that kind of idea. In terms of like being popular for people that they're not really the target audience necessarily. Although I will say, I did watch some episodes of that myself, and it honestly was not bad. I think there was some good stuff in there. Some catchy songs, not gonna lie. Some catchy songs in that show. I could see how it was, you know, wholesome and fun-loving and all that stuff, so I get it. I get it. And I imagine it's the same idea with Bluey. Wholesome, etc. Sometimes, you know, serious-ish. I think that's fine. I think that's a fine thing to be. Being a fan of that, I think, is fine too. Kind of animated cross-generational, like shonen. Yeah. All the stuff that was on Tsunami and shit. All that there Tsunamis. All that there Tsunamis and whatnot. I did watch a little bit of Naruto at one point, back in the day when it was on TV. It was an entertaining and fun show when I was watching it. It was like, I feel like it was, maybe it was in, it definitely wouldn't have been in high school, but there was probably a period of time in maybe middle school because of, right? I don't even know if middle school makes sense. I guess it must have been, but I wouldn't say I got into it. It was the thing that was on when I got home from school that wasn't lame. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I think what it was is that my schedule probably a lot of the time there was back from school, do newspaper route, come back, watch the show, dinner, and then sports practice of some sort. That's my guess. Because high school, obviously, that wasn't the case anymore. Practice for sports was like immediately after, at least for the sports I was doing. And so that's when I basically stopped. Do you remember Full Metal Alchemist, though? Yeah, see, I didn't see either of those. Inuyasha or that. I'm still kind of hungry a little bit. You don't think you have the capacity to start One Piece? You're the only one that watched American and Japanese cartoons? Well, explain yourself first, and maybe we can answer. I mean, technically, they are also all Japanese. Yeah, I'm not. Just watch a lot of things that were on Cartoon Network. Yeah, so why are you saying you're the only one when we've talked about things that were on Cartoon Network that are exactly what you're talking about? Oh, what is? Did I not say Code Lyoko or something, and that's not cool enough for you that I didn't say that? Here's that thing. Just trying to sand off the fuzzy things from the untouched wood. I guess. I'm trying to think. Have I watched? Oh yeah, Rick and Morty. Yeah. I don't remember what the last season of Rick and Morty I saw. Also, some South Park. Though I also don't remember the last South Park I've seen, but I'd seen some of the recent ones in the past 5 years when they were doing some of those COVID ones or whatever. The weed and stuff. I think he means made in the US or for the US, like Rick and Morty type deal. I feel like I need like a brush. I feel like I need a brush to I can actually tell what's been removed. I wonder if there's like an old toothbrush or something. I feel like I saw an old toothbrush this past week. I was doing some spring cleaning type stuff that had been used for a cleaning thing and not for my teeth. Like an old, like a get free at the dentist type toothbrush. There is, I'm not going to use this one, but I do have one that I use to clean out this. It's basically impossible to clean with just shooting water into it from like a sink. I'll often use a toothbrush to get into there, but I don't want to use that toothbrush on this because, you know, I drink from that, so I don't want to get a bunch of wood dust particles there. But I think I threw out that other one that I had saw. I think. Stretch break. Ugh. There we go. I did used to have a stick. I did used to have a stick, that's correct. Oh, the music stopped. How perfect is that? The music stopped as I stepped away. Cut up for wood carving? Not quite. Not quite. Yeah, I think I'm done with the tugboat for today. And maybe maybe just completely done anyway. Just fix the rounding a little bit here. Just a little bit. Lord's releasing a new song tonight. She previewed it in a huge crowd in NYC yesterday. Speaking of South Park. Was she mad about that, by the way? I don't actually know. Was she mad about them? Talking about her on their show and whatnot? Probably at the time. Probably not now. Yeah, probably not now. Yeah, right. I'm done with you, Tugboat. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Have you heard it or no? Or I guess maybe did people like record it on their phones at the New York thing? Yeah. Did it sound cool? Did it sound cool? Look at the chains, they move. Me right now? Actually, though. I was thinking about this the other day. You know what sucks? Because that emote's called, like, manifesting or whatever, right? It kind of sucks that... Now, let me finish the whole sentence. It kind of sucks that, Manifest Destiny was taken and used for something bad. Because that, like, phrase itself is, like, kind of badass. You know what I mean? I'm manifesting my own destiny. Like, that's a pretty sick line. But now, you know, it kind of, you can't really do that. Like, I could see, like, a superhero, like, some fucking Marvel movie or Dune or something like that, and they say, like, you will manifest your own destiny. But, like, they wouldn't do that now because, you know, You know, because it just maybe manifest your story. Yeah, but it doesn't sound as sick. Like you can hear it when you like as I said it in like a hero movie or Dune or fucking Star Wars, whatever it is. Like the hero, some old wise man tells the hero, "You will manifest your own destiny," like an oracle or something, right? It's like, oh, holy shit, that line hits. Like that would be there'd be some. But they could fucking say that to Goku and DBZ, and then some kid that's like 14 would have a picture of Goku, and it would say the line "Manifest your own destiny" on it as like a fucking poster in 1999 or 2002 or something. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. I'm just saying. I'm right. I'm right. Smile. I'm right. Smile. Manifest Destiny doesn't even make sense in the way they used it. I know. That's like one of the worst. I mean, it's definitely not the worst part. Hold on. Let me stop there. Let me hold on. Hold on now. Wait a second. Maybe not the worst part. Maybe not the worst part. Perhaps not the worst. (1800s) English. That could be true. True. Have you seen those coins from original USA that say "Mind your business," where it says "In God we trust"? Now, I actually don't think I have seen that. Mind your business? I don't think I've seen that. It's a good line though. Pretty damn good line though. Remember this thing? I feel like there's something neat I could do, even if it's just more of like a testing to how to do something type of deal. Every coin was a reminder to be Confucius. Geocent. Mind your business. The Franklin cent. First circulation, the first official coin of the US. Very similar to Franklin's 1776 continental currency dollar coin. And that's just called the continental currency, but that also says "mind your business" on it. On April, authorized design for official copper penny, later referred to as the Fujio cent because of its image on the sun and its lighting shining down on the sundial with the caption "Fujio," Latin "I flee/fly," referring to time flying by. By some accounts, this coin was designed by Ben Franklin as a reminder to holders. He put at the bottom of the message, "Mind your business," like that with a YA. The design was based on the 1706 continental coin. Some historians, such as believe the word "business" when it is intended literally here, as Franklin was an influential and successful businessman. First side of the coin in paper notes. Third motto, "We are one," surrounded by 13 chain links for the 13 colonies. Following the reform of the central government with the 1788 ratification of the 1787 Constitution, gold, silver coins transitioned to the motto E pluribus unum from the Great Seal of the United States. So this thing was only around for like a year? Because it said this was in 1787, and then they just said in 1788 they did the gold and silver shit. The Bank of New York hoard. 1788, the Bank of New York had several thousand of the Fujio cents in a keg in the basement. In 1856, it's almost 100 years later. In 1856, the coins were put into cotton bags and stored away. The trove was rediscovered in 1926. The coins were given out as souvenirs and keepsakes to clients until 1948. Just for free? When the American Numismatic Society examined the remaining 1,641 coins, the cash became known as the Bank of New York hoard. Several of the coins were donated to societies, others sold to collectors. All the coins found were in mint condition, most with brown toning and some water damage. The bank retains 819 of the coins. Bet those are expensive. Also, hello. Also, hello. Oh. You want to update me on the Celtics? I did see it's trending on Twitter that something like Tatum is out or didn't participate or something. What's the score? What's the fucking score, kid? The fucking score. Fucking score. Those were some big cuts. They're up 2.5k, up to 40k for the mint condition. That's expensive. That's some expensive pennies. Imagine going to make a purchase and you use one of those to purchase for the penny. Giga Chad / I don't care, it's still a penny. Apparently there was a restrike. What does that mean? A restrike? Interesting stuff. Coin collecting is like a big thing. Of old coins and stuff. Graded coins, etc. Been a thing for a long time, in fact. I think there was even like a crash at some point or something. There was some nefarious thing. I forget exactly the details, but... I've just been rounding this thing, but I kind of have to hold it. I kind of have to hold it close and tight because shit fucking moves. So I can't just like hold it out here and do it because it's not really feasible. But the restriked coin is a coin struck from the original die of an earlier coin, usually a later date than the original, officially produced by the original mint or authorized manufacturer. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I at first I didn't know what restrike meant, so I thought you were maybe trying to say like the numbers you said at first were not real. But no, those numbers are real if it's the real ones. But the reproduction kind of ones, they're not reproductions, but they're like, you know, not first edition, I guess you could say. The restrike ones. You're having trouble finding where the restrike is? I mean, how dare you not be able to? Why can't you do it? What the fuck? Oh my god. Your grandpa has a huge coin. Yeah, but did he do like the coin collecting that's like that was the shit on TVs in the 90s and 2000s that was like, buy this, you know, those ones that don't actually cost much? Well, they still probably cost something, but not like the actual old shit. The ones that were like mass-produced scarcity type that had commercials on TV. Oh, okay, he's got real shit. That's some real. You just dropped some real stuff. I know those a little bit. I know enough to know that those are, you know, wheat cents and French coin and steel. Okay, that's some real stuff. You're talking real stuff, not the one of every coin that has like each state's thing on it. You know what I'm talking about? Those ones. Those were fun, but yeah, those aren't actually like worth stuff. He died in 1990. God damn. Guy is fucking dead. I don't know why. It just felt like it would be funny to say. I'm pretty sure you're over it. Not over it, but like, you know. It's been 30 years. 35 years. You probably didn't know him all that long, if at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, you had to have like barely been alive. Funny though. Not that he's dead, but that. Well, I mean, if he were alive, how old would he be? Like 112 or something? I don't know how old he was. No clue. Probably pretty effing old, though. Oh, Havens, now that you're here. And Vicious, actually. Granted, Havens probably left again. We had asked, we were discussing what people's opinions were on raisins. So if now's your time to chime in with your opinions on raisins. Pro raisins, not a fan of raisins, don't care for raisins. Do you only like the yogurt ones? Do you only like the Raisinets, aka the chocolate ones? Do you like having them plain? Do you like having them in salad? Do you like having them in like a trail mix? Assorted nuts plus raisins type deal? Getting more rounded, certainly, than before. If they come with something, fine, but you don't look for them. Now, what would that something be for you? Also, I guess we could even add in this equation, which we didn't talk about this part earlier, but, you know, like cinnamon raisin bagel, or toast, or oatmeal raisin cookies. Oatmeal raisin cookies, slept on. And I myself, even as a child, I was like, oatmeal raisin, that sounds gross and healthy. Now I'm like, oatmeal raisin? If it's got, especially when they got like, add some cinnamon into that son of a gun. Cookie bread bagel, not cereal. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. I definitely am fine with it in cereal. As far as like a Raisin Bran, though. I mean, I had Raisin Bran like as a meal basically, but would make it myself with plain raisins to be healthier and not have all the sugar on it. The raisins are too overwhelming, then you don't like it? Is that what that's supposed to say? Usually if raisins too overwhelming, everything else you pass. I feel like that's trying to say if there's too many raisins. If it's overwhelming, then I pass. Still, yeah, I mean you can tell one side is much more rounded than the other, right? That's a good look right there. It's on its way, but it's certainly not there yet. It's also thicker. Also much thicker. Life. Aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Better. Some nice cuts there too. I've heard this game is good. Chicory. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Chicory, a wonderful tale, a colorful tale. Chicory. I've heard it's good. Pleasing to the eye and whatnot. I don't like how this is. I don't like how this is. Go. You almost need this thing to be taller so that I can hold it up higher. A lot of the time I do need to hold it like, you know, close to me. Maybe that just means that we need to have like the keyboard on the other side and have this, you know, thing that the webcam is on be where the kind of switch their position. Maybe we should do that next time. Though I'll also need to remember that. But could be an interesting strategy. Now look at that. Compared to like a few minutes ago, it's definitely more rounded than before. Not bad. Dude, I just love being able to do this. That's so sick. That's so sick that this finally moved. Now, granted, there is still this side to unlock, but I'm thankful that you guys enjoy Carve Wednesday, and allowed me to reunite with this piece and progress it beyond what it was to start. Remember when we started this? All the links were locked together, no movement. It was just the ball, which is fucking sick, but thankful, chat, that you've allowed me to reconnect with this piece. Actually dedicate some time to it, but not feel like it's hard to sit down and just, you know, do something, whether it's reading a book. Nowadays in particular, it feels hard to just sit down and read a book, or, you know, do some drawing or painting, or in this case wood carving. And doing it, having the stream as a way to do it, has been very helpful as a way to get myself to sit down and do it, or stand. I stand up, I suppose, and do it. So all these days it's all goon. Maybe for you. Maybe for you. Maybe for you while you're leaving comments on Instagram. Oh. Shots fired. Too real? Too real maybe? Sorry. Every day I'm closer to my husband. Oh shit. That was a good retort. That's between me and God. Nice. That's between me and God. Peepo yell. That's fucking good. I said this during stretch, but I don't know if that was hard to hear. But I was asking about Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and if that was something anyone was doing or watching or anything like that. Oops, wrong tab. You never played the original. Have you played Skyrim? I haven't. This is a safe space. You can say that you have not. This is a safe space in that regard. The remaster has new content too. I have not played any Bethesda games. I've watched, well, not really like sat down and watched, but would like sibling playing it. I wouldn't sit and watch, but like, you know, check in and see like, oh, what's going on, like, so I don't really know like the plots necessarily. I like vaguely understand like references to certain things, and, you know, obviously internet culture references like, oh, arrow to the knee, that, you know, horses that can climb mountains if you just keep pressing jump or whatever, right? Like, you know, I understand things, but I didn't actually like do a playthrough myself, and nor was I like watching someone doing a full playthrough or anything like that either, but I don't know, I have an urge to cut into this, but I don't have a plan. No plan, but I want to cut into it for some reason. Let me see here for a second. We played like 20 minutes of Morrowind on the 360. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Wait, Pokemon Alolan forms in the national dex are the same number as the regular form? Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Well, at least according to Bulbapedia. You see Skyrim become the topic at some point. You put over 500 hours into Skyrim and still never finished the main story. You was just doing side stuff the whole time. I should carve this into an ice cream cone that fell on its side. So, you're saying like, you know, this would be ice cream and cone? But it'd have to be like diagonal, right? The cone, ice cream? That's your vision. I was just trying to picture what you were writing. Oh. This might not even be good wood to carve into. It might be fucking hard as a rock. Wait. Hold on. I have an idea, but I need more drawings of it. I need like a side view of this. Side profile. Also, Fairy Dust, what was your build or whatever? Were you like an archer guy or something? You try not to have ideas, scary things will happen. It just kind of connects, huh? Should use something to make a perfect circle, but I guess it's not that far back. Archery, and magic. Music continue, please. Can you even see that? I don't even know if you'd be able to tell what. I mean, it's a circle with legs, and then there's a tail. I don't know if you'd be able to figure out what that's supposed to be, but it has a very flat tail, which is why I thought that this could work with it. And he's spherical. I guess it doesn't have to be a he, but you get my point. That's right. It's Pollywag. I feel like that could work. The thin tail is perfect. There's like enough space for the circle part at the front. Isn't that like perfect? I feel like it is. Because the tail gets real thin. I feel like that would be pretty cool. Also, probably really hard. Don't even know if this is like good wood to carve into. That's that theory. Well, it definitely cracked. Okay. It's doable. But although who knows, that might mean it's like prone to cracking. I don't know, but it does smell a lot different than the other wood. It does definitely smell a lot different. That's for damn sure. Uh-oh, Discord notification? Oh, it's just a generic for some other channel or whatever. That's fine. Pure Colombian Bam Bam. I think that would be cool. Now, I'm not really going to do anything with it today. I think I will get input from the old man first. Even though this is what he's going to say is, oh, you don't need to use that. Use this other wood instead, and blah, blah, blah. No, but the whole point is to do it on this wood because it's like weird shaped and everything. He also might go, what the hell is that? But whatever. Do you want me to participate in the lifelong hobby that you have that you want to have pass on to your children, or would you rather not? So fucking. The future is now, old man. The people want Poliwag. Poliwag. No, that'd be more of a Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl. Poliwrath. Poliwag. I'm dying. Wait, why am I putting the stuff away? It's only 8:30. Why did I think it was 9? Oops. What about this frog instead of the Poliwag frog and Polytoad? What about this toad frog? What about this toad frog man? Guy person? Yeah. I'm even burping like a frog. I have to pee again. I'm gonna pee again. I'm gonna fill my water too because I'm coughing a lot. Yeah. Like hard to see. Hard to see the thing. Well, I would say that progress was good. We did the tugboat again and feel more complete on it than I did last time. And then routed off some more of a chain of the newly unlocked chain. Not perfect, but more. And brainstormed this a little bit. Now doing a very tiny amount of stuff to the frog. The ever so small amount. I'm only really touching stuff where I'm like, yeah, I can do that without feeling worried about messing up stuff, because I don't have the reference images really in front of me right now. Stuff like, yeah, I don't think the arms need to come out of his head, so I think I can I think I can fix that a little more. of this caliber. Not exactly stabby stab. Stab is a different thing. The cloaca. Sorry. Someone had to do it. My name is Knuckles, and I'm an echidna. Did you know that Knuckles have a cloaca? Were you aware? It's always goon with you. When you're talking about your favorite streamer, Moon? Oh, I mean Goon. Oh, I mean Moon? It's just because his name sounds like that, not that he actually is. Is he streaming? No, he doesn't look like he's live. He was streaming that half sword thing again the other day. I don't really know what I guess maybe I was gonna say it's probably safe to assume he's doing Oblivion, but I guess I don't, you know, he sometimes does his own thing, so maybe he's not, I don't know. We played the demo last year. It does look funny. I think Germa actually streamed it the other day too. But for Germa, it was the first time playing it, where like Moon is like a fucking pro. The few minutes I watched him, he was like, he was making moves. Has Moon actually beat it before? Because I did see that like you start at like a low level thing and then like you can like kind of rank up. Has he ever beat it? Got to the highest rank or whatever. He's gotten pretty close. Because I remember he played it a lot last year too when it came out. Or like when the demo came out, I should say. There we go. I've run out of steam. Steam, the Valve game store? Nope. Nope, have not run out of that. Have not run out of that quite yet. Good old tired. You ready for Switch pre-order 2 tonight, Pog? No. Did you see that news I posted in Game News that it was the pre-orders for Japan were more than they thought they would be? Like 2.2 million or something? So Japan was like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit, we can't do that, actually. We gotta have, like, another system for that, because that's not gonna fucking work. Sorry. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Check game news. Check game news. It's about the Switch 2 pre-orders. In Japan. But yeah, it doesn't affect me anyway, because I'm not going to pre-order a Switch. I am, now that I'm thinking about it though, you know, in a world where I was well off / doing better, let's say, in that department, would I pre-order the Switch 2? I don't know. I honestly might not. Even if I did have, I mean, technically I could now, but like it would be probably irresponsible, you know? Generally speaking. But even if I did, I still might not. Because it would really just be Mario Kart to start. Because Donkey Kong doesn't come out for like the month until like the month after. Although there are third parties to start on there, but a lot of them are just stuff that already exists. Like Street Fighter 6 or, well, you know, the Kirby DLC thing would be kind of neat, maybe, if it's different enough, but... Or Metroid Prime, actually. Metroid Prime would be fucking sick. Although that's not right away, I think, either, right? But I probably still wouldn't. I mean, like, considering the situation of the Switch 1, like, I was in a position where I did not have to feel bad about buying a console, and I still didn't at that time either. So, I would assume that I wouldn't, probably. I definitely would have bought other computer games too and stuff, and probably other Switch games maybe even too, so I would have other games to already have plenty of things to play anyway. I mean, I already still have plenty of things to play, but I'd have even more. So yeah, probably, I don't think I would have pre-ordered the Switch even if I was in a different position. I mean, unless that position was like full-time mega streamer, you know, one of those types that like they have to. Maybe then I would, but we need to keep Miyamoto off the street. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't besmirch someone for pre-ordering the Switch 2. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't say ill will of on or whatever of someone that was. I think it's a lot different than, say, buying fucking, you know, the newest Pokemon game that was bad. You know, that was shoddily made. Sword and Shield, and then Scarlet Violet. Scarlet Violet was at least... I could see more of a reason for Scarlet Violet than Sword and Shield, I guess. Well, we don't need to get into that. We don't need to get into that. Moonman paid 1K for his Scout PS5. Holy shit. And what's he played on it? Like 3 games? Probably not too many. Did he even do Final Fantasy? Wasn't like one of the few things that was only on there, like the Final Fantasy thing? And even now that's almost or already is on PC? I don't even remember. What were the things that were on PS5? Besides Astrobot. It was like Final Fantasy and... There's gotta be a few others that I'm blanking on, because, you know, it's been some years now, but... It wasn't a ton of Mega exclusively things, I think. Again, I don't... It is what it is. It is what it is. In that regard. I wanted to say something else. Hashtag let's get that worm. You haven't owned a PlayStation since 2? I haven't owned a PlayStation ever, actually. Never an Xbox, only some Nintendo consoles. Actually, I did have a Sega console, or I guess not me, but the family had a Sega console at one point. And I'm pretty sure, I don't actually know because I was young and whatnot, but I am gonna guess that they traded it in for an N64, but I don't remember. I don't really remember having access to both at the same time, but also I don't fucking remember like anything because my brain. I can remember that Bellsprout is Pokemon ID 69, but I apparently can't remember life memories. Adcom age turning 49 this year. Been seeing the buddies out more past few weeks, so that's fun. You know, I always give my Yo B Rabbit. I always give my Yo B Rabbit, as I tend to do whenever I see any rabbit. Hey Yo B Rabbit, not Ayo, just usually Yo B Rabbit or Hey B Rabbit, or just B Rabbit, not even a Yo or A, just B Rabbit. Oh my god, is he referencing 8 Mile? Okay. I think we'll wrap it up here then. I know I was just kind of chatting about nothing the past however many minutes, but... Friday, obviously we have our continuation of Pixel Cross Adventure. And then the first half of that... There are more demos to do. A lot of them are puzzle demos, which maybe that's too much puzzling for people. Maybe we're okay with that. I don't know. Of course, we can always get some puck in there as an option. Dude, is this one online co-op? Hold on. Not split screen co-op, you son of a bitch. One of the demos, has a co-op one, and I thought that would be cool, but it's screen. That's kind of poopy. Unfortunate. There are a few demos. Actually, I guess there's this 60. Not 60. 6.7 gigs. There's a scary game demo as one of the demos here that we could do potentially instead of oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll do that. It looks questionable as far as its quality. It has 3 user reviews. First game, fire game, not gonna lie, a good find considering it's made completely by one guy who I may or may not know. Okay, I enjoy this game so far, but I have a few bug problems, and that's But the interface of the game seems to bug out after dying. When you respawn or reload the game after death, you're not able to bring your weapons up or do anything other than interact. Just so far, that's my only problem with it. I've seemed to play at the moment. Guess one of the reviews must not be in English? Well, the third review is just not showing. That's it. Oh no, it must not be in English. Gary probably won't work. I mean, we could try it. Let's see. We'll see. But yeah, okay. Let's fucking head out of here. All right. Make sure to moisturize and sunscreen, as we are getting deeper into the sunnier weather here and the warmer weather. Akshu Mimi. Thanks for chilling with today's chill wood carve Wednesday. Also, that puzzle game that we did, that puzzle demo was actually fucking sick. That demo was fire. That was really cool, different than just a regular Sokoban. Compared to, what was the penguin one called? Something with a J? The penguin one was good. Like, that was a solidly good one. But this was just had such an interesting bend to it that's like, it sticks out way more. The penguin one was really good, though. Penguin was really good, too. It's just, you know, that one. Patrick's Puzzle Box or whatever. That game was crazy, so. Hint, hint. Give me a key, please. Hint, hint. Yeah, I will see you Friday, and thanks for chilling, and make sure to floss before you head to bed, okay? Deuces and such.